Professor David Singh, and I study transiting exoplanets and their atmospheres. Well, hot Jupiters are gas giant exoplanets, but they orbit much, much closer to its star than Jupiter does to our own sun. In fact, they orbit so close that the day side of the planets are heated up to thousands of degrees Kelvin. And because they're so hot, a lot of the atmosphere around the planet actually evaporates off, sort of like when a comet gets too close to the sun, you see a lot of evaporation of the comet happen. A similar process happens for these planets. They orbit so close, a lot of the atmosphere is being blown off. Because these planets are so close, we expect them to be tidally locked, which means the same part of the planet will always face the sun. And what that does is set up a very large day-night contrast in temperature. It's very hot on the day side, and it will be quite a bit colder on the night side. And this will in turn create large-scale weather patterns around the planet. This planet is so close that the tidal gravity is starting to distort the planet itself. If this particular planet was any closer, it could actually break apart.
But what might it look like inside the atmosphere of one of these extreme gas giant exoplanets? Let's find out.
I'm an exonephologist, which is someone who studies clouds on extrasolar planets. So what we're looking at is planet Osiris, otherwise known as HD 209458b, and these are extremely strong winds. Going from the west to the east of the planet, from the day to the night side, the wind speeds are reaching about 5 kilometers per second, which is about 10 times faster than Concorde. Osiris has a temperature of around 1,000 degrees centigrade. With these temperature ranges, we're not really looking at water clouds like we have here on Earth. But at these much higher temperatures, we have the sort of evaporation and condensation cycle of things like iron and silicates. So these planets might actually have molten iron rain and silica or glass rain, which is incredible because with these wind speeds of 5 kilometers per second, you're effectively going to be lacerated by this glass rain and molten iron. So these aren't particularly great places to visit.